Hi everyone. So I think what I have today is the rest of the items that I picked up from craft day. Again, I shopped early, but then I shopped on the craft day, I think kind of late in the day. But either way, this stuff has been here for like 3 days. I just didn't have a chance to get in here. I was doing these other videos that were more involved, and you might have seen the tonic little tree gift box video yesterday. Oh my gosh, you guys, they are putting out the cutest things. I don't have everything for their birthday week, but I'll link that and whatever else they came out with today. They are, you know, every day they always put out something amazing or like a bundle or whatever it might be. So I don't have every die set because I know people got real excited when they saw that one. They're like, oh, I'm so glad you're doing, you know, tonic videos again and things like this. But I just don't have everything. And I never stopped doing it. It's just there was a lot of mix-ups with the tariffs and all this other stuff, that how they're going to get the things to me in a timely manner because things were being gone through, and like some items I totally missed the deadline, like they didn't even arrive. So it's been crazy, but they're still trying to work with me, which is very nice. I appreciate that. But again, I may have things either late or just not at all, you know. So it's been kind of crazy right now. Let's see. Okay. What else was I going to say? Well, yeah. So if any of the items that I'm showing you here are still available, I'll go ahead and link those for you guys. And if it's, you know, with HSN, it'll be linked in the video kind of down in here. It depends on how you're watching, but the very top of the description box, there should be some links there. It might just be on the right. Like they'll show up in different places, but generally check out the description box, and my links should be there, especially the ones for tonic if you're interested in that, or the video. I'll try to recall to link those in the description box too. Again, every day this week they'll put out a new set. I do have one other bundle set to share with you guys, but it's not launched yet. So, you know, you'll see the video when it launches on their site. Yeah, I think that's that. So let's open this box up. Let's see what's here. I think the only thing that isn't here is I had ordered some refill, these guys, these smaller. Actually, I ordered, no, the larger ones, right? I already got the small ones. Or did I can't remember now. I think I'm waiting for the larger diamond press cutting folders for the Grand Marquis because they're extended delivery. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have like the worst allergies and they really mess with my voice. You know, kind of like throat issues and it's dry and all that, and I have to pause like every other second. I will say somebody had left a comment, and I respond to comments, you know, as much as I can, and then I don't think people get the response, or they don't know where to look for the response. But either way, somebody said, have you noticed that the new, smaller and cutting folders for the Grand Marquis do not fit in the regular machine, in the Marquis? I'm like, yeah, they're not meant to fit in there. These are really thick, guys. These won't even go in as far as the thickness, but they're not meant for that. So this is the regular Marquis folder. This is as big as the Marquis will take. So these smaller ones aren't meant to go in the Marquis, like at all. It's just meant so that you can crank it through the Grand Marquis quicker than like the big guy, right? This bigger folder. I don't have too many questions from you guys coming in as far as, you know, because again, it's a straightforward machine. It's a folder, you pop things in there. You're going to try things out, obviously, if you want to try out, you know, folders from other brands and stuff like that. Embossing folders is what I mean. But yeah, so it's just, instead of cranking this guy through, taking a little minute, you know, you crank this one through and it goes through faster. And, you know, sometimes you just have a smaller die. You don't need this bigger guy if you're just cutting a couple small things or whatever. So that's why you have this smaller one. Oh my goodness, this is... my throat. I don't know what you guys consider warping. To me, this is bowing. I don't know, because people are like, oh, mine warped right away, and it's like, is this warping? I don't consider this warping. Warping to me is when it gets like a big, like a divot in the center. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a little circle that kind of, I don't know how to explain it, where it's actually like warped. This, when it bows like this, is not a problem. Like I've talked to you guys about that. I'm gonna keep using the same folder over and over and over so you guys can see how they hold up. But if you already have the machine, obviously you're going to have your own experiment there. So I assume you know, they're going to have more machines in the future, obviously, or a restock of them and stuff like that. Generally, the machines you're only going to find on HSN for the Grand Marquis, guys. Sorry, I'm going off on a little tangent here. That's just how they do it. I've never seen the Marquis being sold through Diamond Press themselves. And I think I only ever saw their smaller machine on their site when they had like a little bundle that they were just selling. Maybe those last few quantities, I don't know. But like the Marquis, you can always find it. Well, it's in stock on HSN, and now the Grand Marquis on HSN. That's what I have to say about that. All right, let's put that to the side and let's check out these goodies here. And I'm so sorry. It is very annoying to me to have to stop and start because I have to edit all that, right? But, oh well. I know the other day I made a video and it was one shot and I was like, oh, that's awesome. But I had just forgotten to say something, so then I came back and spliced that in. But I did the whole thing in one shot, no pausing. Oh, okay. So this is the Crafter's Companion set. I just love this. Well, first of all, I love gingerbread stuff. I wish there was a little gingerbread guy with this, but I guess he's over here. Well, is he? Yeah. So maybe that's why that works together. I'm never going to get through this. My voice is so bad today. Anyway, the hot chocolate and Christmas cabin set, and supposedly they make a shaped card. And I mean, you can make anything a shaped card, but it is one die, so you're still gonna have to fold your paper in a way that makes a shaped card. It's not like one that's like doubled over, so you just run it through. You're still gonna fold your paper and run it through in the way that makes a shaped card, but that's the point for this one. And you see how this is designed to work with all Gemini die cutting machines. Again, all thin metal dies will go through any machine that cut thin metal dies. They're all interchangeable. You know, if you have all these boutique brand ones, obviously they don't have their own machines. You're going to put it through a machine that cuts thin metal dies. So that's just how it is. And somebody had asked the other day when I was making that tonic video, they're like, oh, I wish you would use the Grand Marquis more. I would like to see it. Yeah, I'm going to use it more. But whenever I make a video specifically for a company, like they sent something for a review, I just kind of use the stuff that they have, right? If it's Spellbinders, I'm using the Spellbinders machines. You know, if it's, you know, Die Press, I'm using my Die Press machines. If it's, you know, tonic, I'm using the Tangerine. If it's another company that doesn't have a machine, I'll use whatever I feel like. So please don't expect that because I'm only using the Tangerine and tonic videos, that means it only goes through the Tangerine or whatever. No, it can go through anything, but I just try to stick to what they have. And not because the company asked me to do that, I just do that because I just feel like that's the kosher thing to do. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, all these machines will still go through any, you know, machine that cut thin metal dice. So, you know, again, I'll do tutorials on these guys. And again, hopefully I'll have time. I think I do. I think I'm cleared for a little while. It was slammed when I was doing all the stuff for Die Press. They had so many items for the craft day, and then going in, you know, it was right around Spellbinders craft kit time, and it was, you know, also working on these tonic videos, and then Spellbinders puts out their new releases, and that's kind of right behind there, and it was just a crazy time. So hopefully in the next couple weeks here, I just have some time to work on these kinds of things. So this is the Anna Griffin bow cut and embossed folders. Again, not inexpensive. I think they were like 35 bucks for 2 folders. Which is kind of funny because I know recently I sold some 3D embossing folders, these kind of things, and people are like, oh, you gave a good deal, which I didn't think about it. I guess I did. But, you know, they weren't, I don't want to say as expensive a while back whenever I had bought the other sets. So anyway, but yeah, but they're just so cute. I love bows. And then I was like, what's going on? So this one bow, sorry, this one's just kind of like a flat bow that you see here. And I just kind of doubled it up. This guy is this piece and that piece. And then this is its own bow. I always feel like this went to this. And I guess you could put this behind it if you wanted to, but it's basically this bow right here. So it has just kind of a different look. You're folding the things in, and then this piece just goes around. That's the bow. So there are 3 different bows on this set. We will definitely try those out. Let's see here. I know people were wondering if these work in the Grand Marquis. I don't know. I haven't tried it, obviously. I should have. I totally forgot. I can try real quick. And I'm still going to put it folded side in, hinge side in, just because. Okay, it's grabbing it. I'm not touching it right now. My hand's over here. I'm just cranking it. So for it to be able to pull it in, I assume that's going to be okay. Again, if for some reason it doesn't work, I just have a piece of cardstock here. I would use a piece of foam, like I told you guys. I showed you guys in that live video to run it through with a piece of foam, and that'll help you get the thickness you need. If, you know, well, let's just try it. This is with a piece of heavyweight cardstock. Yeah, I can feel it's not doing anything. Well, it did something. So I can see that right there. I think it did the embossing, but not the cutting. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. I'm going to grab a piece of foam. So I just have a piece of craft foam here. Kids foam, whatever, I'll put it on here and let's see if that works. I'm putting it behind because that gives it a little bit more. I heard something happening. Let's see. Nope, still no cutting. Okay, so maybe, ooh, that kind of scares me. I don't want to run it through because what's funny about the Anna Griffin folders this kind is that they are kind of thin for being in a die cutting folder. They're more of a 2D kind of folder. I don't think, okay, first of all, it kind of fits, but kind of doesn't right on the edges. Let me try it, and if it seems too thick, see, that already scares me. And I know how you guys are, you'll push it through. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna say, let me try to figure it out more. Maybe it needs a couple pieces of foam. I'm not gonna push it through with that. Sorry guys, because I don't wanna break my machine. So let's put that to the side. Maybe, I was gonna say one other thing we could possibly try, or maybe you wanna try, is having one open and this. I don't know if that's thinner or thicker. Might be a little bit thicker. Or this, plus, you know, one of these guys open. That might work, right? Just get yourself a little shim. That's all you're trying to do at this point, if you're trying to make it work with some, you know, other company's folder that didn't work. But that's the first one that I couldn't get to work. At least not right now. Okay, let's put this up over here. Oh, if you guys have tried it and got it to work, put in the comments what sandwich you did for that, okay? All right. Oh, this is the Griffin concentric dies auto ship filigree. Now, it does say auto ship, and I've had her auto ships, but I looked this up and I didn't have one called filigree. But do I already have this? I might already have this. You know, it drives me nuts because they put on their new, and you're like, oh, it must be new. But then I go look, and I'm like, oh, actually, that came out 3 years ago, or 4 years ago, or 5 years ago. So maybe it's a new listing now. But if this wasn't auto ship, I might already have this. I'm gonna have to look through my videos, because I bought another one that was also suspect. I wasn't sure. This one, the Christmas present 3D concentric dies. This one doesn't say auto ship though. So, but I was like, was this in Create 9 or one of the Creates that I bought later? I don't feel like it is. So there you go. But again, they make 5x7 backgrounds, and they're really, really pretty. So I guess I should show that. So you have the background, and then you have this beautiful piece that you can put in with this one if you want to make it a frame. You know, mix and match the different layers. Super pretty. And, you know, this one is also very pretty. I think a little less decorative, like obviously with the lacy look that this has. But I think it'll be really pretty. So we can see a few of the images there, but we will definitely try those out. What else do I got? Oh, some Stamps of Life stuff. Oh yeah, Stamps of Life Holiday Decal Edge Flip It. Oh my gosh, I wanted the little pillow box, but I was like, well, I already have the pillow box. But yeah, I already have the pillow box that's like tiny. It makes the smallest project. It's like this big, like super, super little. So she came out with one this time around that was bigger, and then by the time I realized that, it was sold out. So I was like, so I didn't get to have that, and that's okay. But photopolymer stamp sets, you know, they're generally, they used to be made in the US. Are they not anymore? It doesn't say that on here. You guys let me know. I want to say it's still, the stamps are still made out here, but obviously the dies are generally made in China. But I do appreciate that about the Stamps of Life. Hopefully that's still the case. But you have your decal edge flip it. So the other day I showed you guys how to make a flip it on your own. Look very much like this. I mean, a lot like this, with the same edging there. But the decal edge is so cute. So I was like, okay. And then also her dies always come with so many other pieces. So adhesive sheets. It comes with drop-ins to say season's greetings, happy holidays. Does it have pictures on here? Yeah. And Merry Christmas. And the little lights and all that, or not lights. Well, are they lights? I see ornaments. Yeah, they're ornaments. And then it comes with like the dies to make the matte layers, which I really appreciate. Look how cute this paper is. Okay, so that's nice. But then I added this add-on set that it does say SOL birthday icon upsell. She has other flip-its that you can mix and match into, especially with that circle shape. But this one, I don't know if it's specifically for this set or not, because it wasn't really listed together, but it looks to me like they're the same. So I was like, I'll just order it that way. I can use that same decal edge for other cards. So let's take a look. I mean, okay, yeah. So this one and this one are the same size, like this one here, and then the second one, and then the third one that they have in here is a little bit different, but that third one is going to be on the carrier if Vivian has it. So I'm happy to have that. So that's cool that we have this little extra third one. And then, you know, they spared no expense here because they put it on all of them. They didn't have to do that. It could have just been the one, that third circle. They're all the same. So that's cool that you have all these different circles, even here and here. So this is a birthday add-on that I think was like $19.95 or whatever. And this was $40. But see, yeah, there you go, the decal edge. So it works. But again, a lot of these things, oh, there's that pillow box. I'm gonna kick myself because I should have just got it. But I was like, no, I already have that one. And it was so small. I remember thinking it was so funny because I got it in and I'm like, this is not gonna hold like anything. It's so tiny. I can't even explain to you how tiny it was. Okay. And one last thing, guys. Oh. And then whenever I show things like that, like I tried the 2D, these cut and emboss folders in the Grand Marquee, and it's like, okay, it doesn't accept them. And then people are like, maybe they'll sell a shim or this and that. This is the thing. Think of all the companies that are out there in the world that make all these things. There's no way possible they're going to make a shim that works for everything. I mean, I know they have like the magic mat on Scrapbook. Okay, that's basically a self-healing cutting mat. It doesn't really give in the way that you need it to for this kind of thing, you know? So I just don't see how they would do that, and I don't know that they're interested in doing that, but I just don't see how that would work, guys, because there's so many companies out there and everything's just like a little different, just the smallest amount different in 3D embossing folder or your 2D embossing folder, and theirs are like this many microns or whatever. The other one's so many, it's like it's not going to be possible. So I don't know, I'm just saying, I don't expect any machine I have that it's going to do everything from every company, because they're just not meant for that, right? Other than the thin metal dies. The thin metal dies, it should be any company you're going to run it through, it's going to work. But the folders are all different, you know? So, anyway. Oh, this set, I don't know, I convinced myself to buy it at the end of the day because I was like, well, that's kind of cool. I do love the tri-blend markers. I thought this was cute because it's like a holiday set. I have the whole auto ship from before plus more of these, and, you know, I end up most of the time using my die and press ones, but I really do like these markers. So within each pen, you know, each marker has the variation of colors, a variegation of colors. So I like this. I thought that was very pretty. It does have gray and like this darker gray, which you're like, that's kind of boring. But to be honest, you do use a lot of that, like for scenes if it's like white or scent as beard or whatever. Just that lightest one is really the one I use. So it is kind of interesting that they come with both of those. So maybe not the funnest colors, but they just look really pretty. So earth brown, blue turquoise, alpine green, and dark red. I might already have all these colors. I'm pretty sure I already have all these colors now that I'm looking at it. But I thought this stamp set was very cute, and I wish it had dies. That's the only thing. For the pricing, I'm like, they could have just thrown some dies in there. Because it is a photopolymer set. It's called Oh Christmas, a little O. That's funny. So the O's are these guys. And then you have a H, J, E, N, Y, L, W, and S. This is a Crafter's Companion set that you mix and match to make words like, you know, jolly or hello or joy or whatever. It would be interesting. They should put an I in here. I don't know. Well, I guess this is the problem. So I was like, maybe like wish or something. But you need to have an O in each one for it to be cute, basically. So that's why all these letters just have to do with those kinds of words. I don't know if there's any info in here on how to use this at all. The examples they gave obviously look really cute, but there's a lot of masking involved. So that means you're going to stamp and cut around them so that you can layer them by hand. So that's why I was like, I don't know. And then, okay. And then I don't know. And so anyway, I ended up buying it. So we'll try it out. It's going to be a labor of love, guys, because to get this done in a really cute way, unless you just put every letter separate, it's cuter to have them kind of together, you know, connecting, which means we're going to have to do a lot of masking. But I assume once you make your little mask and you cut around the edges, you just keep it in here and then you use it every time, hopefully. I don't know. That's it for right now, guys. So thanks for watching. Like I said, other than extended delivery folders, this is it. This is everything. So I hope you guys are enjoying the items that you picked up, having lots of fun. Any questions about the, you know, marquee, you know, leave them there. Again, I just used a piece of white cardstock that wasn't like the heaviest thing. Maybe glitter paper would cut better or whatever, like thicker things like that. To just get that little extra oomph that we needed. I don't know. Again, there's lots of things to try out. But if you're going through your machine and it doesn't really want to take it, do not force it through. That's what I would say, right? All right. Thanks for watching, guys. I will, again, have the links there as available, and I will start working with some of these fun things. I actually have some Spellbinders things to do. I had shown you guys the other day this set from Simon Hurley that I still have not gotten around to, guys, so I will work on that. And I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.